It's a fantastic time to be taking European studies. It's like a mini United Nations in each seminar, if I can put it that way. My name is Andrew McGregor. I'm the convener of European Studies. I'm from the French program in the School of Languages and Linguistics, and I contribute primarily to the cinema studies subjects that are on offer in European Studies. Europe in all of its complexity. It is a fascinating collection of cultures, histories, societies, languages, an extremely rich canvas that is perpetually evolving. It's one that's had a huge impact on cultures around the world, and one that continues to be of importance in world affairs. It is almost a kind of mythical entity. You know, you don't get too many people from that part of the world identifying as European, primarily. They would tend to say, I'm French, I'm German, I'm Italian, I'm Spanish, etc. It has even been criticised to a certain extent that it is a bit of a fabrication, that the creation of the European Union, part of that is to try and establish an identity that didn't actually exist and probably never has. There is the historical perspective on Europe, which raises all sorts of questions about Europe's engagement with indigenous cultures in terms of righting some of the wrongs of the colonial era. It's fascinating too to think of how progressive Europe has become, and perhaps there's no better representation of that than the Eurovision Song Contest, which we just happened to study in our first year. It's a fascinating model, I guess, for a lot of the dynamics of Europe itself. The fact that you have such a diversity, a diverse range of people and languages essentially living together in what we identify as Europe, that's really what it's all about. So it's really about intercultural communication and discovering more about one particular region of the world, which has had a huge amount of impact on the rest of the planet. It's a really interesting point about European studies that it is, by its nature, interdisciplinary. We're drawing constantly on the expertise of people in areas beyond our comfort zone. You literally have students from different cultural backgrounds, whether it's their personal background or the area of study that they're undertaking at university. We often have a huge diversity of opinion in the classroom. So even about things like, what is Europe? What is European? These debates, I think, really do offer students an opportunity to develop those skills effectively in diplomacy. But it really is about just, I think, broadening horizons. It does take students out of the immediate domain that they've chosen to do their major in, and I think that's a real plus. So to gain that global perspective on whatever field of study that you're undertaking, European Studies complements that really very nicely.